I don't know, I could probably lose 5 or 10 pounds just so I'm a little bit leaner, healthier body weight, nothing wrong with that, but do I need my phone to be thinner? I'm not sure. Tell me what you think. Let me introduce you to the Galaxy S25 Edge. I've just had a couple of hours playing with it, and actually it's the first Edge phone we've had in, the best part of 10 years, since the Galaxy S7 Edge, and here is me looking about 5 years old talking about it, and it is the thinnest S series phone they've ever made. 5.8 millimeters. That's versus 7.3 millimeters on the Plus and 8.2 on the Ultra. And it weighs just 163 grams. And considering we still have a very good size 6.7-inch screen, it just feels, well, not only slim and light, but also just very futuristic. I really like it. The trouble is, though, having a thin phone is very nice, it looks good, but what about the specs? What are the compromises? Are you paying more for it? Well, it's interesting because we do still have a flagship chip. We have the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. That's the tuned, optimized version that they work with Qualcomm for in the chip, and it's actually the same clock speed, same cores as the regular one that you get in the S25, the Ultra, which is going to be really interesting to see if it throttles and if heat is an issue because of the thinner profile. So not only do we have the same chip as the S25 Ultra, we also have the same 200 megapixel sensor, the main wide lens of the Ultra on the Edge, which, considering how much thinner it is very impressive, and also a new updated 12 megapixel ultra wide. The only thing we're missing are the telephoto cameras, but because we have that higher resolution with the main lens, you can still crop into a pretty good quality sort of 2 or even 3x. It won't compete with a dedicated optical lens, but that's the trade-off for having a thinner phone. The main issue that I'm perhaps a little bit worried about is the smaller battery. The Edge gets a 3900 mAh battery compared to 5000 mAh on the S25 Ultra, which itself is actually starting to feel a little bit small compared to some other Android rivals. They say we can still expect 24 hours of video playback, and that the custom chip, the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, has been optimized for this form factor, and together with their latest One UI 7 software and more efficient screen, they're promising an all-day battery, which sounds very promising, but of course I'm going to have to test that properly in my full review. We also get 25-watt wired charging, which will get you just over 50% in half an hour, but also impressively given how thin it is, we do also get 15-watt wireless charging. One of my absolute favorite features about the Ultra is this anti-glare screen. I think every phone should have it. Unfortunately, the Edge doesn't. It's still a very nice 6.7-inch 120Hz Quad HD AMOLED screen, but it's more like the S25 and the Plus in that it doesn't have that anti-glare coating, which is a bit of a shame. What it does have, though, is Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2. Now, this is brand new and so far exclusive to the Edge, giving us better crack resistance and just a tougher screen. We also have Victus 2 glass on the back, as well as a titanium frame, and we get IP68 water and dust resistance. Because naturally, when you have a thin phone, what you're going to be worried about is the durability. Is it going to bend in my pocket? Is it going to crack? Well, again, we'll have to see long term. I don't want to make any promises, but with that titanium frame, strong glass on the front and back, it should be okay. It should be okay. We'll have to see. So to round out the specs, you've got the Snapdragon 8 Elite for the chip. It's the custom tuned one for Galaxy. You've got a dual camera setup with a 200 megapixel main lens and 12 megapixel ultra wide, which also supports autofocus and macro modes. We also get the same 12 megapixel selfie camera up front, and of course they all use Samsung's Pro Visual engine to help improve the AI zoom, the colors, the better nightography, and also you can shoot in 10-bit HDR video and log at up to 8K 30. 12 gigs of RAM, up to 512 storage, 6.7-inch display, but no anti-glare coating, the smaller 3900 mAh battery, and of course Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, and it ships with Samsung's One UI 7 on top of Android 15, and they promise 7 years of software updates. And of course we have all their Galaxy AI features, and the Now Brief, generative edits, audio eraser, Gemini's built in, Gemini Live, and it comes in 3 colors, although more may be available online at Samsung.com. But who's buying a Galaxy S25 Edge when you consider it starts at £1,099, basically the same price, near enough, as an Ultra, but, with a smaller battery, no S Pen, missing a couple of camera lenses, no anti-glare coating. Why wouldn't you just buy this? It seems like a bit of a tough sell. It's just this, but thinner and worse. But I don't know, I've come away kind of impressed by it. You really have to just see it side by side, hold it, and it just feels so futuristic. It feels different. Flagship phones these days are just getting bigger, more powerful, chunkier, but now we have an option for a premium phone with the best chip and their best main camera, but in something that's significantly thinner. And when you pair it with one of their very cool new cases, it's a different experience, just like the Galaxy Flip and the Galaxy Fold. And hats off to Samsung for actually giving us lots of different options for trying stuff. Does it make sense to buy one? It's just a thinner phone? Probably not. But do I want one? Absolutely. But what do you reckon? Would you be tempted to buy one? Do you think it's good to see phones getting thinner, or is that just a stupid compromise and you'd rather have a bigger battery and a thinner camera module? Let me know what you make of the Edge in the comments below. If you do fancy buying one though, I will leave a link below and you can order them now, or at least pre-order them now, and also there's a range of different colors, so check out the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and make sure you have hit that subscribe button for my full review coming soon.